Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
There we go. Here we go. 180. Walk it back. 12, fellas. Here we go. 10.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mayfield looks to throw. got his man. That's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
180!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws. Run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 43. Hey, gun.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First and 10.
So don't say nothing. Joker. 21. 11. 49. Check 49.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
3rd and 11.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one. White. One, Omaha.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
Let's go.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Go ahead.
To try again after the sack, Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go, here we go. 180! I got two.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Crunch time, defense. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 21. Flare, alert, flare. Switch.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Check. Walk 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike's 54.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Check 56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 1:50 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
65. Patchy. 11.
Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 21. 42.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Watch a slant. Check.
11.
Check.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Shit.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, one set.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Get this. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hurry.
Mayfield now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All day, every day. Hey, echo. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
180. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Twenty-one.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
65.
44 to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Pick it up, guys.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Black 80.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Lock. White.
58, right there. Yo.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Black.
It's Coleman here, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
They will run again with Coleman. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. 180! That's 21, 21. Check. Lucky.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those big. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Real. 54. Mike 54. Hey, Haywood. Let's go, defense.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Mayfield going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Oh, you got deep?
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Coleman now. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Niners 34, Browns nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Run.
Mayfield on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Mayfield looks to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Well, security eluded him. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.